What is up guys, Rampanel1 here, and today we're going to be talking about a new card that is going to become unbanned for the first time. I'm not sure how long, but it's been a lot of years since this card has been unbanned. It's going to be unbanned on January 1st, 2014 up until at least March 31st, 2014. Might go back to banned after that, we're not sure yet. But that card is Magician of Faith. And more importantly, I'm going to be talking about, is this card going to be relevant at all? Is this card actually going to see play? Is it going to be a super duper card that a lot of people think that it could be? Now, the reason that a lot of people think that this card could become one of those super duper OP cards is it is one of those cards that's been on the ban list for such a long time, and now that it's off the ban list, it's like, holy shit, because nobody's seen this come in. Things like Cyberjar, things like Dark Magician of Chaos, things like Chaos Emperor Dragon, Rescue Cat, Sandgang, Witch of the Black Forest, the list goes on and on and on. These cards are on the ban list, and it's unlikely that those cards are going to come off the ban list anytime soon. Magician of Faith was one of those cards, and that's why people, that's why it's raising eyebrows. That's why people are asking questions about it, because it's been on the list such a long time, and now people are like, well, are we going to use this thing? Is it going to be any good to us? And that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. Is Magician of Faith, is it going to be any good to us now that it's off the ban list, and we can use it at once? So first thing I want to talk about is Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and Monster Reborn. I think if Heavy Storm and Monster Reborn was still around, that this card wouldn't have come off the ban list, and it would have remained completely banned, and we wouldn't see this card play with Monster Reborn and Heavy Storm in the same format, just because Magician of Faith, target one spell card in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. So the ability to add Monster Reborn and Heavy Storm back to your hand was going to be super powerful. The only card out of those three that we've got left is Dark Hole, and to be able to pull a Dark Hole out of the graveyard, that could be a pretty vicious play. Magician of Faith, Dark Hole, you know, it's quite a vicious play. The other thing is, you don't need to pull out super powerful spell cards for this card to be viable. You don't need to be pulling One Day of Peace, 1-for-1, Monster Gate, Mind Control, Limiter Removal, Foolish Burial, Dark Hole. You don't need to be pulling out the limited cards from your graveyard for this card to be useful. You could just pull any old card out of your graveyard, and that'd be it. That'd be good. I mean, for example, if I mentioned Tenki, say you use all three Tenkis and you got a Tenki in the graveyard, Magician of Faith, boom, flip it up, add Tenki to your hand, you've got another Tenki to use. That's 4 Tenkis in one game. That's Tenki, a card which a lot of people wanted to go to 1, now has the possibility to be played at 4. Now, I don't think Magician of Faith is going to be particularly run in a Bujin deck or in a Fire Fist deck, but the possibility is definitely still there. Now, on my video yesterday about the ban list, where I covered the ban list and explained all the cards on it, if you want to go to my channel and check that out, feel free to. Someone left a very good comment. They were bringing up the fact that Mask of Darkness has been unbanned all this time, and that card doesn't see play. I get where that guy was coming from in that comment, and I understand it. I mean, it's a perfectly valid reason, but just the way spell cards and trap cards play really differ. Spell cards, as we all know, are a lot quicker than trap cards. If I'm pulling out a Mirror Force out of my graveyard using Mask of Darkness, then my opponent first off is going to see Mirror Force, then they're going to see me set it, and then they've got to attack on the next turn for me to actually use it. Magician of Faith, Dark Hole, if it's my turn already, I can activate it there and then. If it's their turn, just activate it next turn. It's a lot more quicker, and a lot of the time they're not going to be able to do anything about it unless they can like specifically target that Dark Hole in my hand, or they can target cards in my hand, which nowadays not a lot of decks are running that. You're mainly focused on destroying the cards in the field, unless you have an archetype that kind of revolves around discarding cards from the hand, so on and so forth. So yeah, like I said, spell cards play a lot quicker than trap cards. So I understand where that guy was coming from with his Mask of Darkness comment, saying that we haven't seen it get much play as a support card. Like Magician of Faith will probably get played as a support card. We haven't seen Mask of Darkness get that treatment. And like I said, trap cards play a lot slower than spell cards. And that's the reason I think that Mask of Darkness hasn't seen much play over Magician of Faith could possibly see a lot more play. But anyway guys, those are just a few thoughts and feelings on Magician of Faith becoming a card that is going to be limited, going from the ban list being completely banned to one. I'm really excited to actually try this thing out, try it as mainly a support card. I don't want to build a deck around it. I just want to throw it in there in my Shinra deck, in my Ghost Trick deck, blah 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 blah. I just want to throw it into a random deck, see how it does, see how it plays, and I want to know if it's going to be good or not. But anyway guys, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of Magician of Faith, and do you think it's going to be a viable card that we're going to see played a lot at all? Or do you think it's just going to be one of those cards that a few decks run now and again, but it's not going to be anything serious to the format, sorry, and it's just going to be another one of those things that we thought were going to be big and isn't? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, enjoyed the video, want to give it a like rating, and be sure to subscribe to keep up to date with all my videos. Again guys, from Padawan, and I'm out. Peace. Thank you for watching.